Hello Lakers fan, if you are one of those who are always up to date with the news about our Lakers, then you need to stay tuned to what is coming up on our Lakers news channel. I am preparing exclusive coverage on the possible signings of Lake hairs, and what I can tell you is that rumors are catching fire on social media, and if you don't want to miss any information, stay tuned. We have exclusive news every day. If you are a true Lakers and don't want to be left out of the news, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Let's go to the video. FIBA Eurobasket 2025 highlights. Luka Donsik leads Slovenia past Iceland to clinch knockout spot. With their backs against the wall after a rough 0-2 start to group play, Luka Donsik and Slovenia knew they had no room for error. And on Tuesday, they responded, just in time. Behind a gutsy second-half performance, Slovenia secured an 87-79 win over Iceland, punching their ticket to the Eurobasket 2025 round of 16 and keeping their championship hopes alive. It wasn't the cleanest night for Luka. In fact, it was arguably his most difficult showing of the tournament so far. The Dallas Mavericks superstar battled early foul trouble, played just 14 minutes in the first half, and struggled to find his rhythm. But in typical Donsik fashion, when it mattered most, he delivered. Despite the rocky start, he finished with 26 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals, leading his country when it needed him most. A tale of two halves. The first half was far from ideal. Donsik converted just 3 of 10 field goal attempts, missed all 4 of his 3-point tries, and went into halftime with only 9 points. Slovenia clung to a narrow 1-point lead over winless Iceland, who were fighting to stay alive in Group D. But everything changed in the third quarter. Luka came out of the break locked in, pouring in 10 points in the third alone, including a pair of threes that ignited the Slovenian offense. Slovenia outscored Iceland 24-11 in the frame, creating enough separation to control the pace the rest of the way. While Donsik did the heavy lifting, he wasn't alone. Aleksej Nikolic had one of his best performances of the tournament, contributing 17 points and 5 assists, while also helping keep Iceland's guards in check. Turnovers tell the story. Iceland put up a fight, led by Martin Hermansson, who tallied 22 points and 6 assists. But costly mistakes proved to be their undoing. Iceland committed 20 turnovers, with 7 coming from Hermansson alone, a brutal stat against a Slovenian team that gave up the ball just 8 times all game. Those extra possessions gave Slovenia just enough of an edge in a game that could have gone either way. What's next for Slovenia and Donsik? With the win, Slovenia is officially moving on to the knockout stage, one of the first 12 teams to secure a spot in the round of 16. All 4 Group D slots are now locked in, with France, Israel, Poland, and Slovenia advancing. But the job is far from done. Slovenia closes out group play Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, in a pivotal showdown with Israel, led by Portland Trail Blazers forward Deni Avdija. The stakes? Massive. A victory could launch Slovenia into second place in Group D, and potentially earn them a much more favorable matchup in the next round. A loss, however, could drop them lower in the bracket and set up an early clash with a tournament favorite like Serbia, led by Nikola Jokic, or Germany, featuring Franz Wagner and Dennis Schroeder. The bottom line. Luka Donsik may not have been at his best for all 40 minutes, but when the pressure peaked, the superstar stepped up and carried Slovenia over the line. Now, with a spot in the knockout secured and momentum on their side, the question becomes, can Luka and Slovenia go on a run? They've survived the scare. Now, the real tournament begins. Momentum swinging just in time. After a shaky start to group play, Slovenia now finds itself in a completely different position, not just surviving, but suddenly surging with momentum at exactly the right moment. Back-to-back wins have transformed the narrative around this team. What once looked like a potential early exit for a title contender has now turned into a compelling comeback story. Luka Donsik, despite not playing his best game against Iceland, showed the kind of resilience and leadership that makes Slovenia dangerous, especially in a one-and-done elimination format. And it's not just Luka carrying the weight. Jogadores como Aleksej Nikolic, Mike Toby e Gregor Hrovat se destacaram em momentos cruciais, ajudando a Slovenia se tornar mais do que mero espectáculo individual. Sua evolução coletiva chamou a atenção de analistas em toda Europa. Este ano e mais o time Luka ou nada que vimos no início do torneio, disse o ex-campeão de Eurobasket e comentarista de TV Sasha Djordjevic. Agora, eles estão jogando basquete mais inteligente e profundo. Se Donsik se destacar na fase eliminatória, cuidado. Classifica para o final do Grupo D e confronto se formando. Slovenia garantindo vaga nas oitavas de final, a classifica para o final do grupo D esta quase definida. A Franca já garantiu a liderança, enquanto Israel, Polónia e Eslovenia disputaram pósicos com base no resultado da última rodada. Uma vitória contra Israel poderia colocar Eslovenia na segunda posição do grupo, abrindo caminho para as eliminatórias. Mas uma derrota? Isso poderia colocá-la diretamente na mira peso passado logo no início. Possivelmente confronto nas quartas de final com Sérvia, Espanha ou Alemanha, dependendo de como as chovas encaixaram. E por isso que o jogo de quinta-feira nao e apenas uma formalidade, ele pode definir toda a trajetória deles no torneio. Todos os olhos Luka. Os torneios internacionais são ondas lendas se consolidam, e Luka Donsik sabe disso. Depois de liderar a Slovenia em título histórico de Eurobasket em 2017 e ficar aquam nas Olimpiadas de Tóquio, as expectativas são altíssimas. Ele nao está ser escondendo deles, na verdade, ele está aceitando a pressão. Embora Donsik nao tenha tido uma fase de grupos perfeita, ele ainda tem médias de 25 3 pontos, 7 2 rebotes e 6 1 assistências por jogo, e continua sendo dos jogadores mais indefensáveis do torneio. Sua capacidade de decisão no meio da quadra, capacidade de criar espaços e talento para o drama fazem dele pesadelo para qualquer time em campo. E para os faz? Isso significa que os fogos de artifício estão chegando. E aqui que o Luka vira Luka, dissimul hero europeu. A fase de grupos foi o aquecimento. Agora, e hora do show. O que está em jogo para a Slovenia. Como as fases eliminatórias se aproximando, os riscos nao poderiam ser maiores para a Slovenia, e para o legado internacional de Luka Donsik. Uma boa fase poderia elevar a Slovenia de volta à elite do basquete europeu, especialmente com o potencial de superpotências globais ao longo do caminho. Uma medalha, ou o mesmo outro título, consolidaria Donsik como dos jogadores internacionais mais impactantes de sua geração. Mas outra eliminação precoce? Isso levantaria questos incomodas sobre a consistência e o elenco de apoio do time, principalmente considerando o poder de fogo de Eurobasket deste ano. Próximo jogo, Eslovenia x Israel. Calendar quinta-feira, 8h, horário do Pacífico. Round pushpin Grupo D do Eurobasket, jogo final. Basketball and hoop confronto chave, Luka Donsik x Deni Avdija. O capítulo final da fase de grupos está definido. Ambas as equipes tem algo a provar. E tudo em jogo. Com Donsik garantido, a Eslovenia ascensão e as eliminatórias a poucos dias de distância. O caminho para a glória no Eurobasket está esquentando rapidamente. Luka Magic. Tyson Chandler sees shades of Magic Johnson in Donsik's game. Getting love from fans is one thing. But earning the respect of your peers, especially from those who've been in the trenches, that hits different. Luka Donsik, the global phenom now donning the iconic purple and gold of the Los Angeles Lakers, has not only captured hearts around the world, he's also turned heads inside NBA circles, both past and present. His game speaks for itself, but when a respected veteran like Tyson Chandler compares you to Magic Johnson, people listen. In a recent conversation with Eurohoops, the former NBA champion and longtime defensive anchor didn't hold back his praise. Luka is one of the best players I've ever seen on the court, and not just in games. I'm talking about in practices too. And that's where it really matters, because it's hard to impress your peers behind closed doors. Chandler continued, recalling moments behind the scenes that most fans never get to witness. Luka does things I've never seen before. I've been around this game a long time. Very few players can show you something truly new. But Luka? He's that guy. I used to call him Luka Magic because honestly, he reminded me of a European version of Magic Johnson. Smiling assassin energy. For Chandler, the comparison isn't just about Luka's playmaking or basketball IQ, it's about the presence he brings to the court. That rare ability to control the game, energize teammates, and dismantle opponents, all with a smile on his face. Guys like MJ and Kobe? They had that killer scowl. But Magic, and now Luka, they kill you while smiling. That's a different kind of intimidation. They're having fun while breaking you down, and that's demoralizing. Indeed, it's a unique kind of charisma. Donsik has that blend of joy and danger, the playful grin, the no-look passes, the step-backs from the logo. It's part magic, part modern genius, and 100% Luka. A new chapter in purple and gold. As he heads into his first full season with the Lakers, Donsik isn't just chasing individual greatness, he's aiming to add team success to his growing resume. And what better place to do it than in the footsteps of the very legend he's being compared to? Magic Johnson himself has already acknowledged Luka's off-season transformation, both physically and mentally. The Hall of Famer publicly praised Donsik for his commitment, noting how his body has changed and how that dedication is setting the tone for the rest of the Lakers roster. Luka's bought in, Magic said in a recent interview. He's leading by example, in the weight room, in film study, on the floor. That's what championship culture looks like. The road ahead. With a reloaded Lakers squad, a renewed sense of purpose, and perhaps the most dangerous version of Luka we've ever seen, the expectations are sky high. But so is the potential. If Donsik can channel his inner magic and lead the Lakers deep into the postseason, maybe even all the way, he won't just be carrying on a legacy. He'll be creating his own. So yes, call him Luka Magic. But don't be surprised if, soon enough, they're just calling him champion. Chandler's comments didn't just go unnoticed, they echoed around the league. Current players, retired legends, analysts, and fans alike have started to revisit the Luka Magic moniker with renewed reverence. On social media, several NBA players shared clips of Donsik's preseason workouts and Eurobasket highlights, with captions like MVP loading, and this man's coming different this year. It's not just hype, it's recognition from peers who've battled against him and know what he's capable of. NBA veteran Jamal Crawford recently tweeted, "Luka's pace, control, and creativity is something we haven't seen since Magic. And now he's in LA? Just wait." Meanwhile, former Lakers forward Pau Gasol said in an interview with AS, "Luka playing for the Lakers feels like destiny. If he brings a title back to LA, his name goes right alongside the legends. He has that in him." Changing the culture in LA. Behind the scenes, those inside the Lakers organization already seeing a shift, and Luka's at the center of it. Sources close to the team say Donsik has taken on a vocal leadership role during training camp. While still only 26, he's commanding the room, pushing teammates during drills, and staying late after practice to work on chemistry, especially with new additions and younger players. His body transformation has also inspired others to raise their standards. Strength and conditioning coach Mike Mancias called Donsik's off-season commitment elite, noting that he came into camp leaner, quicker, and more focused than ever before. "He's treating this season like a mission," said Mancias. "There's no ramping up with Luka. He's ready to win, now. Filling big shoes, and creating bigger ones." The comparisons to Magic Johnson are flattering, but also daunting. Magic wasn't just a generational talent, he was the heartbeat of Showtime, the architect of Lakers excellence in the 1980s. But rather than shy away from the pressure, Donsik is embracing it. In a recent media session, when asked about being compared to Magic, Luka smiled and responded, "It's an honor. But I'm not here to be the next Magic. I'm here to be the first Luka." That quiet confidence, that subtle defiance, it's what sets great players apart from legends in the making. Luka doesn't want to copy anyone's legacy. He's here to build his own, in a city that demands greatness. What's next for Luka and the Lakers? With training camp heating up and preseason games around the corner, all eyes will be on how Donsik fits alongside the rest of the Lakers' retooled roster. Early reports suggest that head coach Darvin Ham is building the offense around Luka's strengths: spacing, tempo control, and half-court decision-making. The team is emphasizing movement shooters, high IQ role players, and defenders who can run with Donsik's pace, much like the system Magic thrived in. The Lakers front office, led by Rob Pelinka, made it clear that this roster was built with Luka in mind, and they believe this could be the start of something truly special. A new era at Crypto.com Arena. For the first time in a while, there's a different kind of buzz in Los Angeles. Not just the echo of past banners, but the feeling that a new chapter is about to be written. Luka Donsik has the city. He has the keys to one of the NBA's most storied franchises. He has the respect of the legends. Now, all that's left is the one thing he's been chasing his whole life: a championship. And if the past few months are any indication, he's closer than ever. A defining year, and a defining decision ahead. Reeves' evolution into a 20-point-per-game scorer wasn't just a personal triumph, it reshaped how the league views him. He's no longer flying under the radar. He's no longer just the undrafted kid who plays hard.
Now, he's someone opposing defense's game plan for. He's someone rival GMs are watching closely. And that matters, especially with free agency on the horizon in 2026. By declining an early extension, Reeves has placed a calculated bet that his upward trajectory will continue, and that he'll be worth even more than what the Lakers can currently offer. For Los Angeles, it means they'll likely have to fight to keep him, or risk losing a key piece of their future to a team with more cap space and fewer ball-dominant stars. It also means that this coming season will be the most important of Reeves' career, not just for his individual growth, but for his long-term value in the league. The bigger picture, what Reeves means to the Lakers. Internally, the Lakers know what they have. Sources close to the team say J.J. Redick views Reeves as the connector, the guy who makes it all work. While Luka Doncic and LeBron James draw the attention and headlines, it's Reeves who bridges the gap with timely decision-making, smart cuts, off-ball movement, and the ability to turn broken plays into gold. With LeBron turning 41 next season and Doncic shouldering a massive usage load, the Lakers will need more than just firepower. They'll need players who elevate others. That's where Reeves shines. He's not chasing stats. He's chasing wins. That's also why some within the organization quietly believe Reeves is a future captain of this team, if not the eventual face of the post-LeBron era. League-wide interest heating up. Reeves' breakout hasn't gone unnoticed around the NBA. Multiple front offices have reportedly identified him as a prime free agent target in 2026, especially if he remains healthy and continues to trend upward. Teams like San Antonio, Orlando, and Utah, all with rising cores and projected cap space, could be interested in making Reeves a top priority if he hits the open market. His combination of playmaking, shooting, and intangibles fits nearly any system. And his price tag? Likely in the $30 to $35 million per year range, especially if the salary cap continues to rise. That puts pressure on the Lakers to either lock him in early or prepare for a bidding war, and potentially, a future without him. What success looks like in 2025-2. For Reeves, success in the upcoming season won't just be measured in points or assists, it will be measured in moments. Can he lead the second unit when Luka sits? Can he close games with confidence? Can he take over when LeBron inevitably needs nights off? The tools are already there. The trust is already earned. Now it's about proving that he's not just a great fit on this roster, he's essential to it. If Reeves can deliver another efficient, impactful season and stay healthy, he'll set himself up for a massive payday, and possibly his first All-Star appearance. And if the Lakers make a deep playoff run with Reeves playing a major role, his reputation and his market value will explode. Final word, the rise of Austin Reeves isn't a fluke, it's a statement. Austin Reeves has become one of the NBA's best development stories, but he's no longer just a feel-good underdog tale. He's a high-level contributor, a reliable secondary star, and perhaps most importantly, a player who raises the ceiling of everyone around him. Whether he stays in purple and gold or ends up leading a team of his own one day, one thing is clear. Reeves isn't done rising, not even close. And the league is starting to realize it. How Reeves' rise impacts the Lakers' roster strategy. As Reeves continues to ascend, the Lakers face an interesting crossroads when it comes to their long-term roster planning. With so much cap space tied up in LeBron James and Luka Doncic, keeping Reeves beyond the 2025-26 season will require careful financial navigation, and perhaps some tough choices. Behind the scenes, Lakers GM Rob Pelinka and head coach J.J. Redick are reportedly aligned in prioritizing Reeves. They view him as a core piece, not just for now, but for the post-LeBron era, someone who can be the bridge between eras of Lakers basketball. That's why the team's approach to the upcoming trade deadline and free agency will likely revolve around Reeves' presence. Any additional stars brought in must complement, not overshadow him. And any moves made must account for the flexibility required to re-sign him next summer. There's even growing belief within the organization that if LeBron were to retire or transition into more of a part-time role, the Lakers would fully lean into a Doncic, Reeves-led team, a younger, faster, more dynamic duo built for sustained contention. League-wide respect grows. Beyond stats, Reeves has earned something even more valuable this past season: respect. From opponents to coaches to NBA insiders, there's now a consensus that Reeves is one of the smartest, craftiest guards in the league. His ability to read the floor, manipulate defenses, and remain calm under pressure makes him a unique asset in today's fast-paced NBA. Veterans praise his maturity. Teammates trust him. Redick has gone on record calling Reeves a coach's dream, a player who doesn't need the spotlight to shine, but always shows up when the lights are brightest. Even Team USA has taken notice. Rumors suggest Reeves is on the shortlist for a spot in the upcoming FIBA World Cup qualifiers and possibly even the 2026 Olympic training camp. If selected, it would mark another huge milestone in his evolution from undrafted hopeful to global-caliber competitor. What could hold him back? Still, for all the momentum surrounding Reeves, the road ahead isn't without obstacles. Health remains a lingering concern, particularly after the toe injury that hampered him in the playoffs. While the injury wasn't considered serious long-term, it reminded fans and analysts alike that Reeves plays a physically demanding style, lots of cuts, contact, and drives through traffic. Durability will be key as he continues to take on heavier workloads. There's also the question of role consistency. With Luka Doncic dominating the ball and LeBron still acting as a point forward, Reeves has to be comfortable shifting between lead guard and secondary creator. That requires constant adjustment, mentally and physically. But so far, he's shown he's up to the task. Off the court, Reeves is a fan favorite and marketable star. One of the most underrated parts of Reeves' rise is how beloved he's become off the court. He's developed a loyal fan base, especially in Los Angeles, where his humility, work ethic, and clutch performances have made him something of a cult hero. His signature headband, unassuming confidence, and fiery on-court demeanor have turned him into one of the most marketable young stars in the league. From endorsement deals to jersey sales, Reeves is quietly becoming a face of the franchise, and the Lakers are well aware. Sources say the team is working to increase his presence in branding and promotional campaigns for the upcoming season, positioning him as a bridge between the legacy of the old guard and the promise of the future. What's next? The season that could change everything. As the 2025-26 season approaches, Austin Reeves stands at the edge of his biggest opportunity yet. He's proven he belongs. He's proven he can thrive under pressure. Now the next step is showing he can carry a team through an entire playoff run, stay healthy, and take another leap, possibly into all-star territory. If he does, he won't just be a story of perseverance. He'll be a story of arrival. And the Lakers, whether with LeBron, Luka, or the next generation, might just have their future already in place. Austin Reeves, from undrafted to undeniable. The journey continues. Nike unveils the new LeBron NXXT colorway honoring Bronny James. As the Los Angeles Lakers gear up for the 2025-26 NBA season, the spotlight shines brightly on one of the most extraordinary duos in basketball history, LeBron James and his son, Bronny James. Last season, they made headlines as the first father and son pair to ever share the court in an NBA game. And this year, expectations are even higher for Bronny to step into a bigger role with the Lakers. Meanwhile, LeBron continues to defy the limits of age and history, becoming the first player ever to compete in an unprecedented 23 NBA seasons, all while still performing at an elite level. There's no denying it, this season in Los Angeles is shaping up to be truly historic. And now, Bronny gets to celebrate the moment in style. The Lakers' second-year guard is set to receive his very own special edition of the LeBron NXXT Genesis sneaker, with a colorway launching mid-September, as reported by Sneaker News. Though this isn't a signature sneaker for Bronny just yet, it's the very first shoe to hit the market bearing his name, a meaningful nod from LeBron himself as Bronny prepares for what promises to be a pivotal season. Defensively, Bronny has already proven himself to be one of the Lakers' most promising players. If the offensive improvements he showcased in the G League and the Las Vegas Summer League last year continue to develop, he's poised to earn meaningful minutes, maybe even consistent playing time night after night. Nike launches the Forever King campaign celebrating LeBron James. At the same time, LeBron James is on the brink of achieving something no NBA player has ever done before, stepping onto the court for his 23rd season, all while turning 41 years old. This will mark his 8th season with the Lakers, and his doing it still regarded as one of the greatest players to ever touch the hardwood, fresh off a selection to the NBA's second team. LeBron remains one of the league's most beloved and marketable stars. Even at 40+, he commands the spotlight with viral highlight reels, soaring jersey sales, and the undying respect of fans worldwide. And with one of the most iconic sneaker lines in basketball history, Nike and LeBron continue to push the culture forward. As they roll out the Forever King Tour, Nike recently teased the upcoming release of the LeBron 23, a sneaker that carries the legacy and the relentless spirit of a true basketball royalty. With father and son both making waves on and off the court, this season is more than just basketball in Los Angeles. It's a celebration of legacy, dedication, and the passing of the torch. And with Nike's latest sneaker drops, the James family's impact will be felt in every step they take. As the 2025-26 NBA season approaches, all eyes are on the Lakers' unique family dynamic, with LeBron and Bronny making history not only on the court but also off it. Bronny's growing role and the spotlight from Nike's new sneaker release signal that is more than just LeBron's son. He's quickly carving out his own identity as a rising star in the league. This sneaker launch marks a significant milestone for Bronny, as it symbolizes Nike's confidence in his potential and the impact he's beginning to have within the NBA community. For fans and sneaker enthusiasts alike, the LeBron NXXT Bronny colorway represents more than just a shoe. It's a cultural moment that celebrates legacy, youth, and the passing of the basketball torch from one generation to the next. For LeBron, the stakes couldn't be higher. Heading into what could be his final seasons, his performance remains a major talking point across the sports world. The Forever King campaign and the impending release of the LeBron 23 sneaker highlight his continued dominance on the court and his status as a global icon. Beyond basketball, LeBron's influence spans philanthropy, entertainment, and business, making him one of the most powerful figures in sports. The Lakers organization is riding this wave of excitement as well. With the combination of veteran leadership and youthful energy, the team hopes to make a deep playoff run. LeBron's presence remains crucial, but Bronny's emergence adds fresh optimism for the future. The synergy between father and son is not just a feel-good story, it's a potential blueprint for sustained success in the league. Media outlets, fans, and analysts are buzzing with anticipation, debating Bronny's role this season and how far the Lakers can go with this unique duo. The sneaker world is also watching closely, as LeBron's shoe line continues to break records and push boundaries, blending sport and culture like no other. As the season unfolds, one thing is clear: the legacy of the James family is being written in real time, on the hardwood, in the sneaker game, and across the hearts of fans worldwide. The upcoming months promise to be filled with unforgettable moments, and with Nike's backing, both LeBron and Bronny are ready to leave an even bigger mark on basketball history.